The way people deal and cope with challenges depends on the capacity they have and the time in which they can react. If the severity of a situation increases, but capacity to respond remains the same, problems develop, strain increases, and eventually things break down. Designed by the Red Cross Red Crescent Climate Centre, the Farming Juggle is a dynamic exercise that can be used to explore the complexities and compounding effects of multiple stresses in any system. For example, you can use the Farming Juggle to demonstrate how, when farming under unpredictable conditions, too many urgent stresses can distract and confuse farmers as they try to decide which pressures to give their full attention to. Requiring only one facilitator, the game is very simple and quick to play, and is suitable for group sizes of 10 to 50 people. You'll need a selection of differently sized balls. For safety reasons, these should be lightweight and soft. You can play the game inside or outside, wherever there's enough space for the group to move around. Before you play, check that all the players are comfortable with having something thrown at them. Ask any that are not comfortable to move to the outside of the circle and observe the process. To start, gather everyone into a circle, yourself included. Explain the context, remembering that you can tailor this context however you like. In this example, explain that all the people in the circle are members of a farming community. To start with, farming is going really well, represented by the players throwing a ball around the circle. The ball should be kept in the air continuously, not touching the ground or staying in any one person's hands for longer than 2 seconds. If the ball drops, a player should simply pick the ball up and throw it back into play. Give the group a bit of time to develop a rhythm, and once they've done so, leave the circle and stand to one side. Then you can stop play to introduce a stressor, in the form of another ball, explaining that the farmer's livestock have contracted a disease. Now the players must juggle 2 balls. Again, give them a bit of time to get used to doing so. After a while, add another ball. You can either stop the play to warn the players about the arrival of this ball, like we did in the previous round, or you can surprise the players by adding the ball during play. For instance, you can shout out, "Flash flood!" as you throw another ball into the game. If it's relevant for your context, you can also use differently sized balls to represent differences in the magnitude or scale of the stresses. You'll notice that as more balls are being juggled, so more start being dropped. Keep adding balls into the mix until the play becomes too chaotic, with balls being dropped very often. End the game with a round of reflections. Ask questions like these. How did you feel playing the game? What was your strategy? How does what you experienced here relate to your work?